hot mess. Very cute though. You're a very cute hot mess. Anyway, say hello to Sierra. That's her stage name, right? She's a hot mess. So her service request is the lion with a full tail. We need to save her mane. It's in really bad shape, so we're going to use two things. The pre-spray by Le Pooch detangling and the Little Pals matte breaker. Combination of both of those products should save her mane. And then we'll see if her tail needs it as well. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, little face comb will start to help. See how small that is? And that's going to help to pick out all of that impacted fur that's on her head and mane. There. Waka waka. Wow. She's going to get a little bit of a face trim while she's getting this done. Using a small little 2-inch bottle tip, curved, right? This one is made by Aussie. Let's see. Get more of this done this way. There. Alright, let's go in with the mat breaker. We're going to go underneath the matting. You're trying to rake with the sharp edge of this mat breaker. You're going to try and get under that mat and just kind of saw through and loosen. You're not going to pull it and yank it. You're going to use sawing motion to get that to work, right? Get behind those mats, right? If she was pelted, we wouldn't be using this technique. We would just be shaving the pelts out, but she's not pelted on her mane, so this will get that out. Oh, there's a bunch of mats everywhere else, but that's not staying, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to switch to a little wide tooth comb to try to start hooking out those mats. They should all be, if they're not loose enough to pop out, you got to go back with that mat breaker and do more. There. There we go. Wee-hee. Are we there yet? Almost. Almost. And then we're going to go one step down. That's the right word. See how close the teeth are? So now we're going to go one step closer. This is Sierra. Sierra. Again, if it doesn't pop out easily, just go back in with that mat breaker. Get underneath of that, rake it a little bit, and then it'll pop right out. There. And that is the most natural way to save and restore your cat's mane without cutting holes into the coat or shaving holes out of the coat, right? Wow. Let's start with a happy hoodie. Waka waka. Wow. Oh. How's everyone doing? Yee. She's a petite little Persian princess. Princess, another princess temperament. That means that she's just non-aggressive, non-irritable. Right? I have the same exact cat as you, Mrs. Peabody, but yet I was able to keep him in full coat for 10 years. So how the hell did I manage that if my cat was a don't touch me cat? Do you know what I did? Yeah, he was like the floor model for the perfect long hair cat client, right? What your cat should look like if you give it a bath and a blowout. So he was the floor model. And the reason why I was able to wash and blow him out was he loved his baths, right? So there. Now let's open up the tail. It's all closed in on itself, so we need the biggest, widest comb to open that up. Using a little bit more of that light pooch grooming spray. Oh. All right, I'm going to reach for my power tool. These are my power tools, right? Is it a cat, was the question. The answer was, or is yes. She's a little Himalayan cat, right? Aww, that's really sweet. Alright, so again, that's my litmus test. If I can get this through the coat, then we're good for before the bath, right? There. Alright, now I'm going to do a tail stop. That means go right where the tail is going to stay full. There's the tail stop. And then we're going to use the Fuzzy Fix Blue Wave Clipper with the 10 blade that it comes with. And we're going to go in reverse for this line cut. I have her princess bed on standby to get her tricky bits done, which is her arms and her belly. If you don't know about the Fuzzy Fix Blue Wave Clipper, it is the holy grail for the reverse lion, which is very tricky to do if you don't have the right equipment. Hence why I would always go with the braid, because I could never find a clipper that I was happy with the reverse line. The reverse line is basically what you are taught when you are receiving cat grooming training from a cat grooming organization. They will teach you to do the reverse line cut. So when I say this is the holy grail clipper for the reverse line, I guess some groomers would know what that means. Wow. Waka waka. You're there. You're almost there. Almost Almost there. Almost there. We'll do everything else in her princess bed. Alright, let's set her mane. We did the tail stop. Now, you're getting buried alive by your own fur there, little one. She's like, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'll give you one guess. Do you need two? Exactly. Oh, get you a better view there. Waka waka. Wee-hee. Okay, tricky bits. Wow. Alright, that's just a Petco bed, $10, and you put a pillowcase on it. And then you get your kitty off to the side. That's how I pick up the cat. This way. Wow. Wow. Now, to check for the heat of the blade, I usually just hit my cheek with it. She's like, what's happening now, people? Waka waka. Waka waka. We're going to switch out to the safety clipper. This whole area right here where the arm is a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more delicate, right? Does anyone know why this is called a safety clipper? Does anyone know the understanding behind what a safety clipper would be? People are like, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, so it's called a safety clipper because the teeth are super small. What makes a clipper dangerous is when the skin of the cat can get in between the teeth and then get cut by that driver blade, right? When you have a clipper that has teeth that small, it makes it a much safer product, grooming tool to use, right? You have to like really go out of your way to hurt a cat with a safety clipper, right? But all you got to do is just understand one basic principle to make sure the skin is always kept tight and that no loose skin is going to get right through those teeth. This was released to the public years ago. You know, the public who has absolutely no grooming experience whatsoever. So you have to understand the research behind releasing a clipper to a public with no understanding of grooming to make it safe for the public, right? So, yeah, that's the long answer. That was the long answer. We got someone who's going to be coming to the door any minute. When they do, I'll probably just keep it running, but hit the sound. She's like, I'm not happy. And you can't see either. Here, let's go a little bit further back because it was squishing her face. And sometimes with a happy hoodie squishes the face, it squishes the eyes closed and then they can't see. Right? And if they can't see, that can upset some cats. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. See how this bed is positioning her body to get me allow me to access more of the tricky bits. Yeah. There. Here. Wow. We're gonna roll you around like a little pancake. You get buried alive. You're getting buried alive in your own fur. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Hmm? It's two skulls. I was gonna explain to you what waka waka means when that man came to the door. That was you. I was gonna explain that to you, right? Two skulls. So I did have another salon before I got this salon, and without me understanding why, when I would, I can't get that story out. We can't get this story out, two skulls. Alright, you're just gonna have to wait. Alright. Even though I killed my dryer box, we can still use it for holding the cat, right? So let's do that. And we're gonna kill the sound. And we'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Two Skulls. Thank you, Two Skulls. So that was a new client. I hit it out of the ballpark with that cat and that cat owner. Oh, so anyway, where were we? She's like, we were on my princess bed. That's right. And we were doing my tricky bits. Yes, that's right. Thank you. And then we were talking to Two Skulls about Waka Waka. All right, so in my original salon, when I first started grooming cats, without me understanding why, I would say Waka Waka to them. I didn't know why, right? So then I got curious and decided to find out, well, what does Waka Waka mean? Well, the song was out by Shakira, so I read the lyrics. It was all about Africa. And my salon had an African theme, right? I then called and that song was all about soldiering up, being a good soldier, right? And then I asked someone who lives in Africa, what does Waka Waka mean? And they refer to it as the sound that the net makes when the ball hits it. And it vibrates and shudders when it hits a goal. He says that's called Waka Waka. And I'm like, okay. So when I say Waka Waka, I'm referring to the cat to soldier up. Is how I'm using it. So there's the story, Two Skulls. You heard it first. You heard it first, finally. Right? Some of these cats just need a little bit of soldiering up, right? A little bit of confidence to get through their grooming. So that's what I mean by it. She's just about ready to go in the tub. Wow. Wow. Are we there yet? Mm-hmm. Oh, and I did recommend the CBD calming cat oil drops for that Maine Coon that we just did. Right? What is the first sign that that cat's stress levels might be a little off? When the cat pees and poops in the cat carrier on the ride over, and then has drool coming out of its mouth during the travel. Yeah. Those are your clues that your cat could probably benefit from something that's going to help them with cat carrier stress and travel. And he is driving from a different state. I'm only 15 minutes away from the state line of the state he comes from, but I don't know what part of the state he lives in. But I would imagine the travel was about an hour. So that's an hour of a cat stressing, not knowing what's happening, right? So the pre-treatment guide is in the link, themainlion.live, which talks about the use of the leaf products, which apparently no vet can talk to you about. They're being muzzled right now, currently by the DEA. Do you know what the DEA stands for? Somebody probably knows. And you don't need to tell me why you know. But there might be somebody out there who knows what the DEA stands for. Right? Anyone? D D D D D D D. She doesn't do well when that happy hoodie comes off her head. Might need to just put that back on. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, you don't need to tell us how you know that, but yeah. Correctamundo. Now, why are they muzzling the vets about a product that doesn't even have THC in it? That's my question. right? Make that make sense, people. Make that make sense. It doesn't. Can't anything make sense when it comes to pets, especially cats? Can we make it make sense, people? We're there. Wham. Wham. She's ready for a bath. Alright. Her coat was one hot mess. Right? Hot. Hot mess. Not bad enough to cause sores or balding, spots, or irritation on the skin, because it was just heavy matting, not pelting. But here we go. She's like, what's going to happen now, people? Well, I'm going to give you one guess. She's like, you're going to give me a bath, aren't you? Yes. How'd you guess? Ding, ding, ding. Correct. She's like, yay. Just yay. Alright, so for the princess, we have the pink paw paw. I was going to put together something called the princess package and put that on my website. What that means is all pink paw paw products, right? It's basically one of the top of the line product lines in the world when it comes to cats, right? Invented by a Persian show cat handler breeder, right? From Thailand. Yeah, she's top of her game in the area that she lives in. When you mention the word pink paw paw, everybody would know who that is. In this country, not so much, but it's starting to get around. Especially her studs, some of her beautiful boys. She's at, if you look at the title on the video, it says NT. NT means natural temperament. So I have to do a post on my community page on YouTube where I break down all of what the different codes mean. So I can do it now for you. NT is natural temperament. NC means new client. PTG means pre-treatment of GABA, and then it usually says how much. Like for instance, the video that we just did was the natural plus PPP. PPP stands for pretty panties. The owner wanted all of the fall going down the back of the cat's legs, tapered back. Yeah, so we call that pretty, on top of the sanitary clip, right? So it was a sanitary clip plus tapering back all of the fall on the back of her legs. So, and then PP stands for perfect paws. That's when you take all the toe tuft feathers off of the toes, right? And give them a mani-pedi, no loose fur. Just like the way dogs get their paws groomed for grooming, right? Same thing. Waka waka. I used to know someone, he used to be a dog groomer. Do you know what he would do? He went into cats and then he started breeding them and then he started showing them. He was so good at what he did that what he would do is he would show up at these cat shows and give his cats that he was showing perfect paws. You get a point deducted if you take the toe tuft feathers off of your cat, right, for show. So he would start off with a deduction to try to give the other people a chance to beat him. Yeah, I thought that was really cool, and he would still win, right? He would still win. Start with a K. Kern, Oh God, what was the name of his? I forgot. Started with a K. He showed Himalayans, which is what she is. Yeah. Waka waka waka. Alright, so we got the degreaser marinating on all of her boots, her tail, and her head and mane. So while that's marinating, we're looking for something else to work on. So we're going to work on all of this eye staining. Once she gets that happy hoodie put back on her head again, she'll do much better for her bath. So we will do her face first, right? And get that over with. Waka waka. Good girl. See what now? That looks German. Halton. I love to try to figure out what these foreign comments are saying. The reason why I can't is because there is a place where you can find a translator button, and it's in the comments section after the video is posted. But during a live, spicy is code. Spicy is code for you're doing it wrong, right? So what you can do is just ask your vet for GABA until you can figure out what techniques are going to work for her, because there is a chance that all that your cat needs is the right techniques to be groomed at low stress levels, right? When you're a professional cat groomer, you have to learn like 100+ techniques so that you can accommodate all of the different temperaments coming in, right? You only need to figure out what temperament techniques are going to work for your cat. But until you do, you could very easily just ask your vet for GABA. It'll block the fight or flight signal. So spicy is code for the cat's trying to tell you you're doing it wrong, right? Just saying. Now there is a possibility that no matter what techniques you know, your cat is still going to be spicy. 1 out of 4 of our clients is on a pre-treatment. But until you learn more techniques, just use GABA. Yeah, you just ask your vet for it. It's that simple. As long as you're within your yearly checkup, right? Waka waka. She's all nervous. She said, "You got me all nervous. You're trying to drown me." No, I'm not trying to drown you. No, why you think that? Why would you think I would do that? She's like, "Well, it certainly feels like it." Yeah, well, you have an overworked imagination there, little one. She's like, "I'm just imagining it." Yeah. No, you're not allowed to do that. Gabapentin is not a sedative, so the pre-treatment guide, all of the information is on the link attached to this account, themainlion.live. So your cat will be fully cognitive, fully aware of everything around them, right? Waka. Waka. This is another little Pals tool. They have about 8 or 9 of these. Different tools do different things. I've never heard of Benadryl being used for cat grooming, just for sometimes with dog grooming. But if it was a thing for cats, I would have known about it by now, because, you know, I've been grooming for a very long time, right? So it's just not something that ever comes up. I have one cat client whose owner, the vet had recommended the Xanax. But we have a pretty strict no sedative policy with our salon. So we just like working with the GABA. Why? Because it's not a sedative class medication. Your wife's mother? I hope your wife's mother is not watching this live. I hope she didn't hear you say that. You're really going to be in the doghouse. Alright, too much happening. Ooh, she's all over the place. She's about ready to lose her mind. So what are we going to do? We're going to use a technique. This technique is just a hand towel. Get it over the ears. And then you hold on to the back of the towel. We're using this technique to get her rinsed off because she looked like she was about ready to lose her mind. Waka. Waka. Okay. You can still use that towel to hold on to her while she's trying to make her great escape. That way you're just scruffing the towel, not the cat, right? Waka. You got it. You got this. You got this. She's like, you're trying to drown me. I'm not. I think you've been watching way too many movies. She's like, well, I do like movies. You like the scary ones, don't you? She's like, yeah. There. Alright, should be fine. Nope. Can't get it all out. What's the point? Because the cat's just going to scratch their head raw. Right? They're just going to scratch their head raw if you leave soap behind. She's a Himalayan. A little petite little thing. Got it. Alright, I'm waiting to get this back on because she's about ready to lose her mind. She's about ready to lose her mind, lose her mind, lose her mind. She's like, I am not. Yes, you are. You can utilize that hand towel because it's all wet now. It's about 3 pounds, like a weighted blanket. It'll help calm a cat who's trying to leave. There. When you put that happy hoodie on, try not to use it where it squishes the face and all the eyes close up. Cats don't like it when their eyes are closed. They want to be able to see what's happening. Yeah. Sometimes it's about looking for what's tolerant to the cat, right? Yeah, not every cat's going to have a perfect grooming, but we're going to get a low stress grooming and we're going to look for what the cat will tolerate, right? You wanting to or expecting a perfect groom with cats means you don't know anything about the pet grooming industry, period, right? Bye. Hope you don't get flashbacks. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to ruin your Tuesday. You'll be all right. It is Catwoman. As the crowd roars. Yeah, 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 yeah. When's the last time you had to time you had to get alerted with your bat signal to go save some man in distress? Mm-hmm. Well, she's not exactly happy, right? But she's also not exactly losing her mind either, is she? Right? Like I said, sometimes it's about just looking for what the cat will tolerate. My cat loves his bath. Loves, loves, loves his bath. When you have pointed colored cats, they will usually love the water. It's a phenomena. I wouldn't say all of them, but most of them. Right? If you're using techniques that work for them, right? They'll usually settle and be fine for the bath. Waka waka. Wow. Alright, that was just my hands. I wasn't even using a glove. I wasn't even using anything. So, I'm not sure what that was all about. It can be, if you understand and recognize it, but 90% of the people out there, they can't see it. They just want a perfect cat with a perfect temperament being handed to them on a silver platter. And if they don't get that, they get upset. They get triggered. I'm not here to babysit and help you guys getting triggered. I'm here to help the cat. Right? Make sure the cat doesn't get triggered. I can't do both, right? Just saying. So if you're triggered, you're going to either have to help yourself, go somewhere else, or zip it, or have Catwoman with her claws out take care of it for you. Catwoman is really good about, you know, making problems go away. Yeah. She's got a knack for it, especially if you're a man. Yeah, talk about triggers. Especially if you're a man. She's gonna make you go bye-bye. Hi, how are you, Penelope? How are ya? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. 3 steps. Degreasing shampoo, finishing shampoo. 3 steps, right? You want to call that over the top? You can. That'd be like baking a cake, but forgetting to put the icing on top, right? So, really basic, simple steps. A lot of cat bathing masters, they use 7 steps, right? 7. We're at 3. But do you honestly think I'm going to change my techniques because of a 12-year-old on YouTube? I don't think so. So we're going to stick with what we know works, right? We cut the steps in half. We're not offering 7-step baths. 3 is fine. Okay? 3 will get you through in the ballpark, right? Twice, as the video captured, not you gaslighting. So your gaslighting is not going to change what the video just captured, which is that we washed everything twice, right? You wanting to say that the cat was being washed over and over and over and over again. It was 2 steps, as caught by the video, right? And then when we post the video, it will be captured forever up on that channel as being just 2 washes, right? You're going to see what you want to see. Cat grooming can play tricks with people's minds, right? And you kind of see what you want to see. Yeah. I'm not sure what kind of phenomena that is, but y'all see what you want to see. So here we have one person saying this is a master class in cat grooming, and then we have another person, complete opposite end of the spectrum, saying it's animal abuse. Why? Because the perspective are different in both of those people. One person recognizes the quality of the work, understands the industry. The other has no knowledge, none whatsoever, right? Doesn't know what they're talking about, and is probably 12 years old. Just saying. Haven't quite hit that toggle yet for no children, right? We haven't hit that toggle yet. We just might though. We might. I'm considering it. I'm seriously considering it. She was about ready to lose her mind. So, scruff powers activate. If that cat starts to lose their mind, that's one way to calm their ass. It may not work on every cat. All we need is 1 more minute of rinsing. Get all of that out of her coat, and then she's done. Yay! You did it. You did it. Good girl. You look marvelous. You look and feel and smell marvelous. Just like I do. Yep. Himalayan princess. A Himalayan lion princess. Yep. With my full tail. And my sweet little petite body. Yeah, you're a cutie patootie. Yes, you are. You're a cutie patootie. Does it get any cuter? No, not really. Where? Does it look any more sad and pathetic? No, not really. Will she be happy afterwards? Yeah. Could she benefit from a pre-treatment that'll help her emotionally? Yeah, she could. The owner just probably doesn't know about it. Nobody knows about the CBD products because vets aren't talking about it. They're not allowed to. Right? So nobody knows about it. So I'll make a recommendation when the owner comes for pickup. I'll let him know that that bottle is on that link, right? And he can pre-treat his cat 1 hour prior to help with her emotional well-being. Yeah, for her it's a little bit more emotional, right? Yeah, because she's a little sensitive. She's a sensitive princess, right? She's got feelings. Yeah, she does. She got feelings. Feelings. Wow, wow, wow. She's like, that feels nice. Alright, let's get you out of that wet towel. Wow. 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 You twapped. You twapped. There. Freedom. Alright. Nice towel. We'll give her a double towel wrap. Even though she's in a lion cut. Usually I don't do a double towel wrap for a lion cut cat. But in her case, we're going to do everything we can to get her as dry as possible. Right? Yeah. And get her out of here as fast as possible. Right? Get that going. Yee. Waka waka. Here we go. Yee. Sleep like a baby. Good girl. doing it. Good girl. Good girl. Girl. There you go. She's like, I'm leaving. Why? She's like, I don't like that. It's fine. You'll be fine. It's not that bad. She's like, I don't like it. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you, little one. We'll get you out. All right. She said no. It's not too hard to figure out what she just said there. Mm-hmm. There. All right, never again. Never again. She said, good. I don't like it. What about this one? There. There you go. There you go. There you go. Really? It happens that quick? That a cat gets sick like in 10 minutes? Really? Okay, so what age bracket are we here, people? What time is it? Oh, it's out of school hours, that's why. Yeah. There's a distinct difference in the comment section during school hours versus outside of school hours, right? I swear to God, I'm going to hit that toggle. 18 and over. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, people. Here's the caveat. If you do it as a content creator for YouTube, click the toggle so no children are allowed. If you do that, your channel is no longer eligible for monetization. Did I say that right? Monetization, right? Now, I applied to get monetized. I don't know if I'm going to get approved because I swear like a sailor. But I do know for a fact that if I hit that toggle, it doesn't get monetized, right? So, isn't that special? Isn't that special? Like you don't have a choice as a content creator? I mean, you do, sort of. There. There. She likes this dryer much better. Much better. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. See? It all comes with people's perspective. This one, what's her name? Sydney? Sydney has a different perspective. She used to be a groomer, right? See that? Your perspective is from... Go back to doing your homework. Don't let me distract you. Don't let me distract you. Well, she's not mine. She's a client. She is adorable. Are we going to be able to blow out her boots? Well, let's find out. We're going to take about 2 happy hoodies, three of these, and a princess bed. So that's techniques. Now that looks, I have no clue what that is. Too bad we don't have a translator buddy. That's 2. Yeah, we're gonna try and blow the boots out. She's like, you're just trying to suffocate me again. First you try to drown me. Alright. So we're gonna combine the happy hoodies with her princess bed. And see if we can. Well, there. Fingers crossed. What kind of brownies? Sounds delicious. She's gonna let us know whether she likes this drying technique or not. Chocolate Chucky. Alright, ready? Let's start with her tail. Where's your tail at? Yeah. Start with her tail. Okay, that was a little bit too much. Try it again. Do that. Do that. I do have a really great technique for drying out. You want me to show it to you? It is a pretty amazing technique. I'll show you right now. Give me 1 second. Alright, up we go. I'll write this down in her grooming notes so that I know next time to just use this technique. You're probably wondering, why is the bathtub? Why are we using the bathtub as a drying technique? You'll see. You'll see. Up we go. Double towel wrap, right? Not just one towel wrap, but 2, right? To get the technique to work, right? All right, there we go. And then you put the little bambino in there, like so. And then you take the paws out one at a time and blow them out. I'll probably update her file to do this technique for any future groomings. Techniques aren't torturous, they actually make it better for the cat. Do you understand the concept of a technique? It makes it better for the cat. Are we 12? Are we 12? One done. Alright, where's the other one? That's the tricky part about using this technique. Is getting the other little booties to come out. There's the other one. two done. Let's try and see if we can do her back feet. Wow. Man, in here somewhere. Like I said, that's the tricky part. It's easier if the tub is back in the bath because this is lower, so you can see what you're doing better. Where's your little feetsies? She's like, they're in there somewhere. There's one. There's one. Uh-oh. She's leaving. Get out. Get out. Get out. Alright. She wiggled her way out. See, if you don't have those techniques down tight, the cat just outsmarts you. Okay? Nope. Swaddling and restraint are two separate things, right? You not understanding the difference is on you, right? Most cats love swaddling. It is a technique, but you have to tighten it up a little bit. That was a little bit too high, and it was a little bit too awkward for me, but it works like a charm over in the tub, right? We know she likes this, so we're gonna go back to that. That's just their regular space heater. She doesn't like the do-it-yourself stand dryer. 90% of cats don't mind it. She's one of the 10% that do, right? So we're gonna get her boots all washed and coiffed and dried and blown out. Yepper. There we go. Good lassie. Good lassie. Waka waka. A little bit of pink paw paw. Pretty much she's already getting the pink paw paw princess package. That just means just that all of the products are pink paw paw. Only in your mind, right? If that's what your mind is concluding with, then you have very little knowledge of, you know, how to groom cats or what it takes to get them groomed, right? And you shouldn't be a cat groomer. Just saying. Because you're not going to be able to finish any of your cat clients, right? And then you're going to go out of business, right? Yeah. That's kind of how that works, right? Just worry about your own cat. Yeah. Just worry about your own cat. You'll be fine. Absolutely glorious. Beautiful princess. Himalayan. Lion princess. Right? Lion princess. Now this owner, he used to be a cat breeder. He used to show cats. He used to groom cats. He can't groom his own cat, right? Can't do it. Right? Because she's such a wiggly little thing, right? So, understanding how techniques work to help get your cat groomed is kind of essential, right? In her case, we're just looking for what she's going to tolerate. She's just barely able to tolerate this. And then we'll put her in the box. Give her a little bit of downtime. Alright, let's put her in the box. Put the bunny in the box. Here we go. Put the bunny in the box. Put the bunny in the box. Here we go. There you go. Would she benefit from the calming CBD cat oil? Absolutely. Absolutely. She's pensive number 2 to 3. 3 means your cat is miserable, right? So she's anywhere from level 2 to 3, pensive to miserable. Those CBD drops will help with a level 3 cat. Get them out of that misery that they're in, right? Which is where she's at right now. So there's a, and it's all natural. And it's been available for 6 years. And it's on the link in my profile called themainlion.live. If you just scroll halfway down, you'll find it. She's really pretty much done. There's not a whole lot to her. She's very mournful. She has that Mona Lisa face, right? There's been a treatment for that. The CBD products are very good at helping a cat with emotional and mournful, who's just absolutely miserable, right? So, yeah. That's what if she were my cat, that's what she'd be getting. But we're going to call the owner and do her final finishes right this second. You're not allowed to use the M word, but you're also not allowed to use the O word here as well, right? Kiss of death around here. Alright, we just talked to the owner, sent them a pickup text. Her stress score is 2-3. 2 is pensive, 3 is miserable, right? How do you treat a cat who's miserable for their grooming? Yeah, we'll see I don't think it's funny. I don't think there's anything funny about that. I don't think there's no comedy regarding referencing something like that with a cat. It's very morbid. I guess it would be deemed under black comedy, right? No, thank you. We don't subscribe. We're not going to subscribe to that, right? At all. No, thank you. And then we're just finishing her off with the Pink Paw Pal eye powder called Wink Wink, right? Called Wink Wink. Cute little thing, right? And then I have the big refill for her. Owner is here, so I'm going to let him in while I do the final finishings. Be right back. I'm going to hit the sound button, and then if he lets me turn the sound back on, I'll turn it back on again. Be right back. And we're back. You know, let's try and get access to this meeting. All right. All right. She's like, I'm a princess. There's only so much I can handle. I know. Turn that off. Because that's just how princesses roll. I gotcha. Never knew what it was like, but I would love to have a day in the life to know what it's like to be a princess. I was born a Tom. We were raised like wild children with no shoes.
You were?
Yeah. You would think in the Appalachian Mountains. Oh no, in Hawaii.
Wow.
In the Orient. Right?
How did we end up here?
Well, there's apparently family ties here, which drew my mother from the island. She figured she wanted to come here. Be safe bet for her. I don't know what she was thinking.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
In her mind, I guess it made sense, right? In her mind, it made sense. All right. Waka waka. Wow. Now, she is not the happiest camper for grooming.
She's not the happiest.
She's kind of miserable for parts of her grooming. But there has been a pre-treatment available. It's all natural that you can just get online. I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
I mean, I would, if she were my cat, that's what she would be getting.
I was supposed to at one time give her fentanyl or something.
Fentanyl? You'll kill your cat.
No.
Like what?
Let's try another drug.
Fentanyl? No. I don't know. No, GABA.
Gabapentin.
GABA is more for cats whose stress levels are way up there. Like 4, 5, and 6. She's only 2, 3.
Okay.
So I would just start with the all natural first, right? That's what I would do.
It's funny how she changes color. Now she's all cream colored, where before she was brown.
Yeah.
It's weird how her coat changes color.
She's like a little water rat. She loves her bath, right?
Yeah.
She's okay with her bath. She's not as miserable when she's in getting her bath as she is for other parts of her grooming, right? Put it that way. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Yes, you are. She's so sweet and so petite.
I always think she may have been under the litter as time goes on.
She's well, petite Persian princesses or Himalayan princesses, they're very desirable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're actually, you didn't used to be a breeder?
Did I used to be a breeder?
Yeah, a cat breeder.
No.
Oh, I must be confusing you with someone else then. For some reason I thought you were. But they're making like little teacup cats now.
Really?
Is it teacup or toy? I forget. It's either teacup or toy. It's becoming popular. Wham, 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 wham. Wham. Seems the smaller the better for a lot of people.
Oh,
Makes sense when you think about it.
I guess, yeah.
Everything's smaller, including their poop, right? And how much they eat. Everything's smaller, except their vet bills, right?
They don't go down, that's for sure.
Doesn't affect their vet bills, does it? That's going to be the same no matter what size your cat is, right? All right, let's do the back legs, and then we're out of here. Waka waka. Waka waka. Wow. 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 Hee. You did it, little lady. You did it. This is another safety area right down in here,
Yeah.
which is why I'm using the safety clipper. There. Alright, we are just about done. You did it, little one. I know. Went. Went. And went. 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 And went. She just may need her dome tipped off a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. And then she'll be done. Is she your only little kitty at home, or
Yeah, we have a dog. And
she gets along with the dog? Are they-
amazingly well. She's not afraid of the dog at all.
What kind of dog?
It's a sheepadoodle, so it's half sheepdog
Okay,
and half poodle.
a sheepadoodle.
Right.
That sounds cute.
Well, it is. And the nice thing about these mixes, they're non-allergenic and they don't shed and so on. So the sheepdog provides the personality and the doodle provides the intelligence.
Oh, hey, Grinchy. What's up? Oh, am I ready? Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be. Ready for my break. I'm going to take 2 weeks off.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
You gonna go anywhere?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, baby. Why, are you coming with me?
Yeah, you got enough headaches without me here.
We'll run off together. Would you go to the islands?
Like a lion?
No, like the real islands. That's too domesticated. Like real islands.
Like St. Martin, that type of island?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go. No, I would go to, oh, I'd go somewhere else. I wouldn't, it's too hot. It would be too hot for me. Anyway, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. We will be recommending the bottle of Social to this pet owner. There is no pet owners out there that even knows that the product exists, because just about every veterinarian cannot talk to you about it, even though it's been around for 6 years, right? That is exactly what she needs. She's miserable, right? Level 3. Level 3 means your cat is miserable. Not exactly at upper stress levels to deem you could give a GABA to a level 3 cat if you wanted to, but I'm just trying to let you know that you don't have to go to GABA. You have the option of going to something more all natural, right? And it helps with emotional cats like this, a little emotional princess, right? Anyway, say bye. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. All the best. Thank you, Two Skulls, Grinchy, Catwoman. Who else? The 3 dynamic duos. You're all superheroes to me. Thank you. Love you. All the best.